Today we will discuss a movie named MadS. It starts with a scene of a boy in his room. A boy went to a drug dealer to buy drugs for a party because today is his birthday and he has organized a party. After that, he gets into his father's luxurious car and drives while smoking a cigarette. He carelessly throws the cigarette inside the car and then realizes his mistake. Realizing his mistake of throwing the cigarette inside, he quickly stops and steps out to dispose of the cigarette. Meanwhile, a girl who was injured from colliding with his car rushes towards him. She had a bandage on her head and was visibly distressed. The girl looked quite strange. Her clothes were dirty, suggesting she might have escaped from a lab or a hospital. Who was the most scared? Her behavior was becoming increasingly odd. Romain asked her what happened, but she was too distraught to speak and kept crying. Romain was about to call emergency services to help her. However, he noticed that the mention of police made the girl even more upset. So he ended the call. He decides to take the girl to her destination himself, but he did not know where to take her. Moreover, she was not talking, only crying continuously. Romain drove away in the car. He tried to talk to her occasionally, but it was not successful. Eventually, the girl showed him a recorder where commandos stated that an experimental subject named C-49 had escaped. She is 25 years old. The girl tried to indicate that they were discussing her in the recording. This confirmed she was part of an experiment. Romain, however, could not understand the situation. The girl began acting very erratically. She started hitting her head against the car while making strange motions. She also had a knife, which she used to harm herself. Although Romain tried to intervene, she continued, eventually falling onto him, covering him with her blood, and then she died in the seat. This event shocked Romain. He was bewildered about the chaotic events on his birthday and unsure of his next actions. He tried to lift her, but it was futile. He managed to bring the car back to his garage without being noticed by anyone. He checked on the girl again, but she was no longer there. Romain's condition got worse due to panic. He was covered in blood, and there was also a dead body in his car, which was very dangerous. He was planning to go to the party when this incident happened to him. Despite everything, Romain calmed himself down and went to take a shower first. After the shower, he blamed himself, thinking that if he hadn't stopped the car, none of this would have occurred today. During this time, his father called, asking if the car and everything were fine. This shows how important the car is to his father. Then, Romain spoke to the guard. She started doing it, but then she fainted because she was there. It was surprising that despite being so injured, she still managed to preserve her strength and escape. Thinking about that answer and searching for the same thing, she couldn't find it anywhere. Then someone comes to the door. When Romain went to check, he liked it, but he was nervous while doing it. Romain reasoned with her and sent her away despite her insistence by saying he felt a bit unwell and would come later. Then Indra goes and looks for the girl on the CCTV camera. He wasn't feeling right. It wasn't that the girl was causing trouble, but he wondered what was really happening. So without answering anyone, his other friends just go into a room. Anna returns to her ancestral place. Sometime later, after she left, her friend who was with her during the incident tells Anna about the deception. Then she opened her eyes. Then her dad calls. This was about him being forced to dance at the same party. Romain was so angry that he interrupted Anna's dance with her two friends. He can't find her anywhere. Someone comes to the door. When Rumi checked, it was his friend Anna. Since it was Rumi's birthday, Anna wanted to spend time with him to make him happy. But because of the panic, he stops Anna and starts looking for the girl again, while Anna goes outside to smoke a cigarette. Rumi thought she was angry, so he calls Anna back. She says she came to take him to the party. But your behavior is the opposite. I also wondered why he is acting this way. Rumi tries to convince her and starts sending her away. Meanwhile, his other friends arrive to pick him up. He lies, saying he is feeling a bit sick and will come later. Rumi checks the CCTV cameras for the girl but can't find her. Then, he goes outside where his friends are still waiting and decides to join them. Along the way, Rumi was also acting strangely. Even after arriving at the party, he didn't feel right. about the girl. Anna couldn't understand what was really happening. Then his other friends finally ask him what's wrong. But he enters a room without answering their question. Is it? She goes to the bathroom with her friend. Later, when she left, he came to her friend's room, indicating he was deceiving Rumi in the room. Even then, Anna's friend noticed that Rumi's eyes were bright. This frightened her. She also tells Rumi about this. Then he starts looking at his eyes in the mirror. He then starts twisting his neck wildly. Just then his dad called, saying that the house alarm had gone off a while ago and he had seen someone on the cameras. I'm not at home, so can you quickly go home and check what's happening? Rumi started to head for home. Meanwhile, Anna also notices his bright eyes. This indicated that something was definitely wrong with him. When he came outside, his friend forcefully started telling him to dance at the party. Rumi got so angry that he beat up his own friend. In the process, Anna tried to stop the fight, but Rumi also hit her and then took a bicycle to go home. When he turned off the alarm, his dad called asking if someone had broken into the house and if anything was stolen. Rumi says no, nothing was stolen, but his dad started laughing strangely, suggesting that something weird happened to him as well.